Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Is for our engineer and my co-host, Miss E.
How you feeling?
And I'm excited. I'm excited about this subject.
We are outside and inside all at the same time.
It's starting to get cold here. I thought it never got cold here.
Oh my God. Winter is a mess. It's super cold because it's dry.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
That's
one
like
thing I missed about Texas. I don't like this.
Mm-mm.
But now Texas is starting to get cold too, so I don't know what's happening with the South as well.
I think it's global warming. They don't want you to believe it, but something going on, yeah.
Something's shifting for sure.
For sure.
Today's subject, guys, I'm super, as you guys know, every week I'm super excited about every subject. But this week I'm excited simply because I feel like it's something that needs to be spoken about, especially since this is an industry that we find ourselves in, right? Like we work with some of these people or aspire to work with some of the other people. We work with people who have worked with people. So I'm excited to kind of talk about the ins and outs of the industry and how I think this is going to unfold. And for those of you who were not listening to whom we will be speaking about today, we are covering the industry and the assault accusations with Sean P. Diddy Combs and Cassandra Ventura, Miss Cassie.
Fine.
Yes.
Make sure you get her last name in there too.
Oh, yes, Miss Cassie. Fine.
Right.
And the first question all of you guys tweeted was, of course, do I think he's guilty?
Hell yeah.
I don't think that there's anybody that at this point can be like, nah, he didn't do that. He definitely did there, bro.
I mean, he's going to try it, though.
He definitely is. And I was just talking to Jess, and she was asking, like, did I think he was going to go to jail for it or what? And I was like, ooh, there's so many different ways you can play it. What do you think? You think he's going to jail?
I don't know that he's going to go to jail, but he's going to have to pay a lot of civil suits because I think that it's probably past the time, unless they find out he was the murderer of his ex, his baby mama.
He's supposed to be reopened. The Kim Porter, all of it is so much.
Listen, I mean, I just feel like him going and becoming like this Brother Love. He became Brother Love. Sorry, y'all. Oh, it's cold, so I got a runny nose. But anyway, he became Brother Love after she died, right? He was like, oh, he's on this love thing, and he's, branding himself as this like soft, gentle person. And it really gave me serial killer. It really did. I'm sorry.
I can see that.
It really gave me.
When everybody was talking about, he came out with the Joker on Halloween, and they were just like, oh, he's really good at playing a character. I was like, he's played a few characters, and I've seen through a few of them. All of y'all are acting like everything is all cool and dandy over there. I can tell shit wasn't right when they uploaded that video of his party, and there was that big old bed in the background. And
I mean, I'm not gonna shame people for having. No,
not for having a bed in the background. It was parties. A video where it was a bunch of people. They're partying.
The guys in the room.
Yeah, that was weird. Can't nobody say that shit wasn't weird. That was weird.
I mean, I'm gonna say yes, indeed, it was weird. But I'm saying that if that's how they get down. I mean, that's not uncommon in that industry. If it's consensual,
it is what it is. But
I don't know. Somebody was probably drugged, allegedly.
That's what I was saying. I was like, the part that makes it weird is people being drugged and underage. Like, and for us to not be shocked about it. Like, that's the part that's getting me. Everybody's like, oh, you know, that industry is crazy. It doesn't have to be.
Like, no, it's not okay.
No.
It's definitely not okay. Shit is wild,
I saw someone upload a video basically justifying, saying that Cassie used her youth and her beauty to try and trap Diddy.
She was 19, a 19-year-old kid.
Right, got more than what she bargained for. And I'm like, what? Right? Like, what do you mean?
Right?
Abuse
and manipulation.
Kidnapped? If you're trapped in a home, are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh.
Like, where
people
did you...
are wild.
Dude, where do you draw the line? How do you justify that? That's crazy.
I can't even imagine, like, what would make you even say something like that? Like, first of all, and I think that a lot of times people are like, oh, well, she was only with him for the money and this and that. And whether that is the case or not, that does not mean she's okay to be raped or whatever. She was a 19-year-old girl. I mean, I'm just trying to think. If I was 19 years old and Diddy came to me and he was trying to get, I'm probably go.
You're gonna at least entertain a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
I'm trying to see what I can get out of this situation here. I'm definitely doing it. But then now you're being drugged, so now you're under a whole different influence. Mm-hmm. Now you're not making sound decisions, so on and so forth. So it's risky out here.
Jess was saying that I think he was going to go to jail, and I'm like, I don't know if he'll go to jail. I think if he does go to jail, it will be because he loses all of his protections, because someone cuts a deal, because they were named, because they're starting to name drop other celebrities that have nothing to do with the Diddy situation right now.
Yeah, because Aaron Hall is in the mix.
Right. I was like, they've dropped Aaron Hall. Did you see that they just recently dropped Jamie Foxx?
Well, I didn't know that was... Well, I know that other people were mentioning, but I didn't know it was tied to Diddy. I heard that he was under, investigation
for something completely separate. So some girl saying that she groped him, but now apparently there's been like rumors or talks stating that there have been other people that I'm trying to think of the other people that were named. Bill Bellamy, the comedian.
Well, they're all friends, right?
Yeah, they're all hanging out
at the same time. So Jamie Foxx used to have this house here in Las Vegas on Lake Mead in Hollywood, and that was the party house. Okay, there's a lot of interesting parties that was going on over there. So if somebody brings up those parties from the 90s and the early 2000s, child,
I'm like, some of these people have, turned over new leaves. Now, I'm not saying now if you were out here taking things from people without their consent, then you deserve what it is that's coming to you. But if you were just a playboy out here being a hoe because you was young and single, and now people are starting, I'm like, oh man, and now your whole shit getting ready to come out. They got video.
Man,
like that part would suck, right? Like, damn, I had a couple parties, I did some crazy shit in the 90s, and now like I'm swiped in with Diddy. Like, damn, they wanted to be with me, right? But I think if he goes to jail, it will be because people who are like that, whose lives have changed, they got stuff to lose, and they've moved on, end up getting named in some crazy stuff, and they end up opening up and being like, nah, I had nothing to do with that. What happened was, and they set the record straight, and the statute of limitations ain't over on some of the shit that they know.
The thing is that it may not very well be over, especially even with Diddy. So if somebody recent, any of his boyfriends or girlfriends, allegedly, come forth and they say, hey, within the last 3 years, because how long a girl been gone? How long he been Brother Love? Like 2.5 years? Since 2020.
Yeah, him and Cassie broke up in 2019.
Child.
So she just missed her window. But
right. Well, she was trying to get it in. I think that I forgot what the name of the bill was, but it was basically abused
in New
partners.
York. They did. Yeah, I was like they lifted something, changed the law or something.
Yeah, but it was, right? But still civilly she could process. But I think the criminal aspect of it was beyond the time limit. But let's say somebody comes through in 2020 or 2019 or whomever within this 7 to 10 years.
The other celebrities turning their backs on him that actually ends up getting him jail time. If anything, right now he's still protected by people who he can still pretend like he's got the support of people, which will get the support of other people if they have a strong fan base.
Well, you saw he just stepped down from Revolt.
Yes, well, he had to.
He definitely had to. This is one thing that I did hear is that Cassie sued his corporation.
Yes, she
right?
his entire entity. So him, directors and what is it called? Directors and operations or something like that. So any corporation that he is a director or an operator of, she sued them as well. Right. Which now opens him up to liability insurance because she sued him as an employee, not an ex-girlfriend. She sued him as an employee, which means
because she was
right.
receiving funds as a paid employee.
Right, that's where he fucked up. Because she couldn't just turn around and make him accusations. She sued him as his employee, which made all of those companies now have to turn around and say, oh, he can't be our director, our CEO, or none of that, because that makes us responsible, us liable, which is why he has to stay down from a lot of stuff. That was very smart for her.
It was smart. That whole strategy, because I think they filed for that on the 9th of November. We heard about it like in the evening of one night, and then the next morning the shit was settled. It was like, she definitely got $50 million. Yeah. With the gag order, guarantee her your money back, for sure.
Yeah, and now all of those companies that he's over are probably getting rid. They're probably all currently having conversations about how they can save face and get him,
because it's about to hit the fan, child.
But yeah, I think the people, if they turn their directors and officers, thank you. The fans back at home for correcting me, the directors and officers, any of that. So she sued all that. So y'all know she's sitting pretty for a while now. Yeah. She ain't got to worry about nothing, and protecting her family in the process as well, because everybody's looking at him.
Right.
Kim Porter thing is starting to get a little wild. Have you seen the updates on
what's the word here? Let me use the Googler.
Child, so it was already suspicious that her tell-all book was swiped from her laptop, right? Shortly before she died, her tell-all book was just completely wiped from her laptop. Apparently, it was lost in, like, them trying to transfer her stuff or something over, which Kimora Lee Simmons says is not true. She's like, I call bullshit. And she also claims that before Kim Porter died, she started dating some tech guy who found out that her house was bugged. That Kim Porter's house was bugged. If I was
dating Diddy, I definitely would think my house was bugged.
Well, for sure. It was confirmed that her house, they were saying allegedly that her house, she found out shortly before she died that her house was bugged. And she found this out because her phone kept changing volume by going up and down without her knowledge. So her phone kept changing volume. So she finally had the somebody come in and check for it. And it turns out the company that helped like build her house and the interior designers, all of that stuff, were hired or contracted by some girl that worked for Diddy. Yeah. I was like, ooh, the conspiracy child.
Goodness gracious.
So I'm trying to do my research because I want to talk about it today, and like all these different things coming up with his bodyguard is spilling all of it. I'm surprised he ain't been off, honestly. How Dean ain't gone. How
man,
he still
he's
breathing?
Spilling the tea like a mofo too. And I'm like, he's over here singing like KVD. KVD was
do you hear me? He telling it all.
KVD's like me. I got all this to say.
He is telling it all. And I didn't realize there were this many interviews of people who have consistently spoken about suspicions of Diddy being homosexual, which wouldn't be a problem. If you're gay, be gay, bro. If you're bi, be bi. That's not an issue.
I don't think he's ever denied it, except for one time I did hear him. His last time that he was on the Breakfast Club a few months ago, he said something because what's his name? Charlamagne and DJ Envy, they play good games every day. They husbands, what they call them. But he was like, yeah, no homo. I don't get down like that. That's the only time I've ever heard him say that. And I was like, why did he say that? Because that was kind of, you didn't need to say that.
Yeah, like it was no reason for you to swirling around for a while, so that's probably why they starting to get to a little bit.
Yeah, that was a little suspicious. So,
but it's suspected that he got used by Clive Davis. Did he?
First of all, listen, I want to tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, T. Okay. So, do you know who Jaguar Wright is?
I do.
So Jaguar Wright did this whole. First of all, I'm famous. I just want you to know this real quick, okay?
Okay.
Jaguar Wright has a whole viral video on YouTube and
the one where Facebook. She all the people that died.
No, where she talks about me. Oh. Okay. And in the video, she talks about how I'm connected to Clive Davis. And I was like, I literally nothing in her video is true. Nothing in the video is true. But I was like, oh, she said Clive Davis. I ain't even gonna try to get that taken down. I'm good. She can leave it. She just said I didn't threaten her. So I'm like, I met her. She was a very nice lady. Like, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, dang, Jaguar, I thought we was gonna be homies. But so she mentioned Clive Davis too. So I think she has something with Clive Davis. But that Clive Davis thing might be, I don't know. Something going on with Clive though.
Oh, Lord, let us find out.
But me and Clive best friends, and we are conspiring against Jaguar Wright. I just want you to know that.
You and did what?
Clive Davis and I are best friends, and we are conspiring against Jaguar and whomever,
She
Diddy
going through it?
and whomever
Why
else.
would she say that?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, listen, y'all just go. I think the video is called Hot 7025 is Zops. I'm dead serious. That ass is in real life.
Y'all already told me that my laugh.
You got.
That my laugh be sounding like, what did they say? That the monkey off the wild thornberries.
Cartoon. The kids
Yeah,
cartoon.
the wild thornberries. When I think something's really funny, they say I laugh like that monkey off the wild thornberries.
So what did they say about Clive Davis and Diddy?
Oh, they're saying that it's suspected he got used by Clive Davis.
To do what? To kill people?
Yeah, to do what? You're saying sexually?
I mean, Clive Davis, I think.
They saying Diddy done groomed quite a few people, though. They done listed
Who else?
Justin
Usher,
Bieber,
I think
Trey
Usher
Songz.
admitted to that. I'm sorry, this is just our headphones, by the way, just so you know.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Yeah, Justin Bieber, Usher, Trey Songz. They saying he
Trey
did quite a few of
Songz?
those. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he groomed a couple of them, but also.
So is that what we're gonna excuse Trey Songz bad? Okay, I was just wondering where we was going with that.
No. Being abused does not give you a pass to abuse other people. That's not how that works. However, that's what they're saying. They're saying that he has groomed quite a few people. And Justin Bieber has not necessarily come out and said that Diddy abused him, but he has had a whole breakdown in an interview saying that he wanted to protect Billie Eilish from going through some of the things that he had to go through because he was not protected the way that he needed to be protected, and bad things can happen.
Someone posted this video of Diddy talking to Justin, and it was like, he was like, yeah, what's up, man? Me and you ain't been hanging out like we used to hang out. It was hella like creepy.
That's cringe.
It was very creepy,
especially because at that time Justin was like a teenager. He was a teenager. Yeah, so he was a child.
And they were on the stage like in front of people, and he said that to him.
That's intimidating as hell.
And he was like, "Oh man, I just been busy."
Did you see the one where he was talking to Fab, and Fab like kind of seized it up a bit?
What happened?
It was on an interview. I don't know if it was the Breakfast Club or what. I know Nori was on it. I think Charlamagne was there, but I recognize Nori in the video. But Fab is sitting on the bench, and they're just talking, and then out of nowhere, Diddy's across the table, and he was like, "Hey, you didn't come to my party, or how come you don't come party with me no more?" And Fab was like, we've hung out, and Diddy was like, nah, we ain't hung out the way I've been asking you to hang out. I've been asking you to come and da-da-da. Fab was like, he just kind of looked like shit, like somebody help. And everybody was like, ha ha. It just got real awkward in the room. You could tell nobody wanted to, intervene in a specific way, but they also was like, Fab, like, how we gonna get you out of this? Fab was looking at them like, hey, yo, somebody, anybody, please.
I just wonder how many male stars do you think that Diddy has allegedly been involved in with?
As far as the ones that I've heard, it's only been like maybe like 6.
Who allegedly?
I heard Trey Songz. Like I said, I heard
Trey Songz. Did Trey Songz really hang out with Diddy like that?
I don't know.
Maybe that's why he has these behaviors. But I don't want to excuse him of the behaviors.
I've seen Chris
saying,
Brown
maybe that
in a lot of Diddy videos and a lot of Diddy stuff. So when they're bringing up his like birthday parties or any parties that he's had, I've seen Chris Brown at a lot of them. But as far as who I've heard he's like messed with, I heard Bill Bellamy. I heard. Is
this Bill Bellamy comment going to come back on you in the future?
And I don't know if I believe it. I don't know if I believe anything about Bill Bellamy. One, either messing with men, and I don't want to disprove any victims, because as far as I know, it wasn't a victim that came out. Well, I think it was actually, but I don't want to credit anybody. But I don't see him as that
Jerry
type
Collin.
I don't see him as
Jerry
that
Collins, 702-551-52. No, I'm just saying we need to teach. I don't know if he is listening or not. Collin, we need to teach.
I don't see Bill Bellamy being that guy. But then again, I was a baby in the 90s. Okay, I was brand new to this earth, so I don't know who he was in his younger years, right? But I don't know. What about you? How many would you think?
It's probably been hundreds.
Wow.
Yeah, it's probably been hundreds. I can't think. I mean, if that's your steez, like, and you have that much power, why wouldn't you?
That's true.
I'm just thinking, like, if I was a halfway to billions in the 90s and 80s, I'd probably be a hoe.
Yeah, but also you're getting, like, people are going to throw it at you. There are women who
Right.
are going to absolutely throw it
Right,
at
you
you.
don't
There are
need to
men
take-
who are going to absolutely throw
Right,
it at you.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they probably were throwing at him, but he was
Do
probably
you
also
get on
grooming.
that power trip? Yes, like, do you
Yes.
get on that power trip of, like,
So-
I know they'll give it to me, but I want to take it? Like,
So
what's
have you
happening?
watched the Playboy documentary? Oh,
You keep telling us to, though.
You gotta watch that. That is terrible. And the reason why I say that is because what's his name? Don Cornelius. He had a couple of shows about Don Cornelius. Well, we know he killed himself allegedly. I don't know, because I don't know if they actually said it was him committing suicide, but I think he did. Anyway, but he also alleged in the documentary that he killed a girl for torturing her. He had dungeons. And he kept two of the girls in the dungeons. One of the girls came forth and said what happened, but he tortured her so bad, and the other girl was stuck there. She ended up getting out. The other girl was stuck there and may have allegedly died.
Whoa.
So, and it may not have been the first one. Y'all gotta watch that documentary. It's wild.
That's crazy.
And I guess they would, I don't know, that docu was wild. But I'm thinking, based off of those parties, I can only imagine that those same parties existed with, these other people that we're talking about today. There were sex with pigs, girls getting drugged, have sex with these older guys, so on and so forth. Girls who didn't even do drugs.
If that's the case, what happened to all the men on Making the Band? Oh, that too.
They were saying them too.
Yeah, the men on Making the Band, and then apparently Danity Kane disbanded because of it. That's why they were the shortest doggone group that existed, was because they refused to sign the non-disclosures. The security guard and the producer both said that they heard Diddy, like they were like just drinking, smoking, doing whatever in a studio, and he literally said the words, "I'm going to drug these girls out and pimp them out to my friends," or something like that,
yeah,
to
that's
the band.
What the security guard said.
Yeah, security guard said that those are the words that he's saying about
like,
these
"I'm outta
girls, and he
here."
was like, "Whoa, those are somebody's daughters, man. These are kids." And he stood up and he walked away, and he was like, other people were there, and a producer or somebody confirmed it on Twitter. Like, was so it's. I think what's going to end up happening is these people who do not have NDAs anymore are going to start opening up a little bit more and saying it now that the victims are coming forward. And that's going to be the demise of the downfall of Bad Boy.
So, in me using the Googler to find out information about Kim Porter and her death and things like that, I did see that Diddy had put her house up for sale right after she died. Isn't that suspicious?
How did he put her house up for sale at all?
Because he paid for everything. You know damn well that house was not what. He bought her house and car and everything. He took care of her.
I thought
but that's another way. That's another way
they were living together. He bought, but I thought when she got away from him, was dating, because she was dating somebody else. So I thought
he didn't live with her. But yeah, but I mean, still, do you? I'm still gonna control you because I own this. But
so he bugged his own house. That's why she couldn't press no charges.
I don't think it was his own. I think it was her house. I think that okay. I definitely have been a trick in my time. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm just imagining if I was a Diddy type of trick, I'm definitely buying you a house and a car or whatever. You're my kid's parent. You know what I mean? Like, I got you. Now, did he need to manipulate and do all the other things? I'm sure he did, because that's just what it seems as though is the case. I don't know. But yeah, he put that house up for sale quick, child.
Ooh, but yeah, the men on Making the Band. I always thought Making a Band was weird too. I loved watching the show, but just some of the stuff that he was doing was just too fucking much, and it was like it was a power trip is all that it was. It had nothing to do with you actually proving that you could do your talent. It was just him wanting to see you do some crazy shit, and he could afford it, so do what I said.
Yeah, like go walk and get this cheesecake.
Yeah. You want me to do what? And that proves what?
Right.
So yeah,
that
he
proves
seems
your loyalty.
Like a
so yes, and that proves too, like, how much will you do for me if in order to get what I'm going to give you. So I think that kind of goes from that as well. So I don't know. This is it's getting wild. So apparently, Diddy cried for 3 months straight over Kim Porter's death. Pause. Look away.
Who said that? And who timed it?
Well, that's what he said. So he said that I think that was his response. But I don't. I don't know. These are just my thoughts and opinions. They do not represent the thoughts and opinions of Hot 7025 or Carrice Entertainment Broadcasting LLC. I'm just saying that my personal thoughts outside of the business, because I don't want nobody suing me. I don't know, man. He might have killed her.
Facts.
It just gives me guilt.
I ain't got no extra LLC.
Yes, you're your own entity.
I was like, I am my own brand, though, so don't sue me either.
Your own entity.
The personal opinion.
Man, listen.
And not to the opinion of this station.
Shout out to Bala D. Yes, Bala D. I have been a trick in my time. Thank you.
I think that man is guilty of way more than he's being accused of. And he's being accused of some crazy shit, some wild shit, some heinous and gruesome shit. And I think he's guilty of it and guilty of more than what we're being told.
And the denial of it. And
he's been protected. And I keep trying to picture myself being cool, standing by and watching some of the shit that they're saying that they saw happen. Like, how did you just stand by and watch him knock the shit out of Cassie? Knocking her around the studio and whatnot, and y'all were just like, oh shit,
everybody
that
was
just
cool.
happens, and y'all walk off.
Right.
No, bro, we squaring up. Like, y'all would have had to remove me, fam.
But the thing is that I just think that some people are so weak when it comes to finances. They when somebody's funding you to be a superstar, like, how weak are you?
Right, because they still got their money at the end of the day. If you leave, you're the one trying to find a job. They still got their money. So, yeah, I get that.
So, I think that they're just,
wow.
I think that people reacted based off of their own livelihood, you know, and it sucks. But, I mean, it couldn't be me. Right. If I'm somewhere and you over here beating up on your co-host, man, we square. Listen,
yeah, I was like, you're gonna have to fight me. I'm gonna just have to explain
and
it.
I'm calling the police.
Yes, and I'm getting her out of there, or at least getting her into a bathroom. I'm gonna talk to her. What do you want to do? It's your body, it's your situation, but you do realize your face is leaking, right? Like, what the fuck? I get you out of here. Let's go.
Blink 3 times,
right?
And cough
get you
twice.
Out of here. But I'm not just getting ready to be like, ooh. Didn't see that, nah, bro.
Yeah, but I think that's it. Like, millions of dollars. Like, would that make you make a decision like that? If somebody said, okay, let's say you doing a comedy show, whatever. Let's say is who's the most famous comedian right now? What's his name? Chappelle. Let's say Dave. So you in the room with Dave Chappelle. He done beat the shit out of his wife, right? You in there, okay? He like, I got this $100 million contract for you. There, getting ready to sign it. He done beat the shit out of his wife. What you doing?
In front of me?
Yes.
He wouldn't have gotten to beat her up. Like, he would have gotten one swing off before I broke that shit off. Or maybe two, depending on how far I was from him.
Let's say, okay, that he's in a recording situation, a recording studio. So there's a glass between you. He in there with his wife. He done beat the shit out of her. What you doing? $100 million. You getting that shit deposited tomorrow. What's happening? What's your next move?
I'm signing my contract and then I'm going in there and I'll tell him about
that contract is null and void tomorrow. It has not been submitted.
I'm going to sign it and take a picture. And then walk in there and be like, you foul. I don't know. I can't say that I know what I would do in that situation. $100 million, that's a lot of goddamn money.
I know what I'm doing, but $100 million is a lot of money.
And then also...
and two, like, you about to go on the biggest comedy tour ever, okay?
I was about to say, define the shit. Like, when you say beating the shit...
I'm saying leaking where you have to go to Hawaii, allegedly, for,
he gonna have to fight me.
For 3 weeks.
Nah, he gonna have to fight me.
So
I couldn't get it that way.
out of the...
Yeah, I couldn't get it that way.
Yes, my integrity could not allow me.
Yeah, I couldn't get it that way. I don't want $100 million knowing that I sat here and her livelihood. Because in my head, I automatically overthink in those situations. And in my head, I picture like her coming up missing or dying in a couple years or whatever. And there's something I could have done to prevent the shit. I would never forgive myself and I wouldn't be able to. So no.
What would y'all do? Y'all listening online. What
y'all do? $100 million. You get $100 million tomorrow.
You see Dave Chappelle beat the shit out of his wife
right in front of you.
And Dave Chappelle, this is just, we know you're not beating up on your wife.
Completely hypothetical. Dave Chappelle, I'm sure, is a wonderful human.
100 million. Right. 100 million.
What y'all doing? Let me see y'all
tomorrow.
In the comments. You get
wife leaking.
$100 million deposited tomorrow. But she said leaking. He beat the shit out of her. Swollen. She's swollen up, lumped up, and leaking. That's crazy.
I think that's the the issue that some of these people had. Is my integrity or is me taking care of my family? That's the decisions that they had.
I want to hear from what was his name? What was it? Bentley.
Child, Farnsworth and Bentley's, he ain't saying a damn
from
thing.
Farnsworth Bentley, and I want to hear a full recap from J-Lo.
J-Lo was out of there. She was like, "Oh hell no, I'm out of here."
Same thing. Lori Harvey, somebody come tell us something.
Lori was out of there.
Quick as shit. They had like a 3-week relationship. She was out of there.
She was done, finished. No, thank you. But also, too, I wonder what Carrice doing.
All of the stuff that he said, that Cassie said that he made her do. I went back and I looked at all of those girls that he's dated. Like she said, he made her wear white nails. I go back and I look at the girls he's dated. They all had some white nails on. Even Lori Harvey. So I was like, oh, wait a minute, Carisha. If you pay attention to her, she's known for her white nails. Now that girl. But always got white nails.
I think that white nails thing is
and
like
it's super cute. It was a trend for a while.
No, the white nails thing with what would we call them? Industry hoes. I said it. I know alleged. And the white nails thing with industry hoes is a thing. It's like a clean thing. Like men imagine that you're cleaner because you have white nails.
Well, they all got white nails, and Cassie said he made her wear white nails because he liked the way white nails looked on black private parts. And all the other girls that he dates got the industry girl white nails on. There was something else that she said that they compared between Cassie and Carisha, and I was like, oop. I can't think of what it was though, but it's a lot. What are your thoughts on the Keke Palmer and Darius Jackson situation?
I think that Keke probably should have ran a long time ago.
I agree.
And I think that he probably is extremely narcissistic. And he is probably a woman beater. And yeah.
What do you think about the brother defending him, saying that one, he used to be that way and everything ain't what it seems?
Well, the brother didn't say that. The mama said that the brother told her that.
Well, yeah.
But so he didn't necessarily say that he said that. But I think that defending him is just his brother defending him.
Just his brother.
Yeah.
His brother.
But although, too, I would expect that if I was a terror to my husband, right? If I was a terror to him, I would expect for my siblings to be like, you're crazy. Yeah, like you're doing too much. Yeah.
My 5-year-old tells my 7-year-old, bro, you gotta chill all the time. All the time. I agree. I feel like with this industry, it's so easy for people to turn their back and just say that's just what happens. And I don't like that. I don't like that that's a part of the understanding. Like once you make a certain amount of money, like once you make a certain amount of money or a certain amount of fame and you reach a certain amount of status, nobody gives a shit about what happens to you. Like Meg Thee Stallion got shot, bro. Got freaking shot. Granted, it wasn't fatal, but she got shot and people were like,
right.
You know, like you knew that he was kind of a gangster when you got with him. Like, what the fuck do you mean? That doesn't mean I want to be shot.
Or you really didn't get shot, but you got shot.
Right. Like, it was just your toe.
That part. Right. It was just your feet.
Luckily.
Like what?
Right. Yeah, with this whole Cassie and Diddy situation, it's just something to talk about, but what's being done about it? Granted, he gave some money, but what's being done to stop it from happening to these young artists that are coming up in the industry now? Because we have young, beautiful artists coming up who I would hope would have the protections, but we have young, beautiful artists like Blue Ivy, right? And granted, your parents are a part of the industry who I'm hoping will be able to put those protections and things together for her. But I feel like we need to start sweeping this industry, before they get to the point where they're like, I want to try and do it myself, mommy. Because I feel like we should mob behind our babies.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you think about Keke and Darius?
I think as soon as I saw that video of him throwing her over that couch, I wanted...
Did he throw her over the couch? Was it a video or was it a still shot?
It's both. They put the still shots up there at first, and then the video was released on Shade Room, 3 days ago?
Oh, I didn't even see the video.
He basically just, they're like tussling like this.
Like grabbing, because he said he was trying to get her phone.
He was holding her wrist and something else that was in her hand.
Phone.
You can't see. Okay. Yeah, it's like you can't tell what it is she has in her hand, but maybe it was a phone.
But was she texting Usher?
But she...
let's go and process, right? Because listen, I'm not trying to shame any victims here, okay? But I'm just thinking, my husband's on the couch, and let's say we just went to Beyonce concert, And, you know, shit hit the fan. When we coming back, he texting Beyonce. Does he get drug over the couch or no?
Is that what
am
she
I
was
trying to get your
accused of?
Am I trying to get your phone? He's saying he was trying to get her phone because she was messaging someone, but she's saying she's saying it differently.
Yeah, I was like,
but I'm like, was he
heard
dragging her, or was he trying to get her phone? Like, that's what I'm wondering.
That he was supposed to be coming to pick up Leotis. He was supposed to be coming to pick up.
Don't be talking about that baby name like
coming
that.
to pick up Leotis.
Do not talk about that baby name.
Leotis wasn't there. The baby wasn't there, so he showed up to get his baby, and the baby wasn't there, and an argument ensued or whatever.
But that's
so
what Kiki says.
So she tried to call security. Yeah, that's what Kiki said. She tried to call security, and he tried to get the phone out of her hand because or she tried to call her mom or something like that, and he tried to get the phone out of her hand.
So I don't know that I believe all of those stories to be true, because I'm just thinking in my head, like, let's really think about this. Why is he trying to take her phone if the kid isn't there? Why doesn't he just go try to find out where the kid is? Now,
well, that's what they're saying. She was trying to call her mom because apparently the kid was either with her mom or her mom was supposed to tell him that the kid wasn't going to be there. So why would he take her phone?
Why wouldn't he just call her mom? He got his mama number. He was. But listen though,
you my baby mom. I don't give a fuck about your mom. Your mom ain't got nothing to do with this. Your mom shouldn't have had to call me. You are the mother of my child, and I told you I was coming to get him. So why do you not have my fucking child when I told you to have my kid?
I feel like it could. His story allegedly is that she was messaging somebody else. Her story is that she was trying to call the police or her mom or something. I don't know who to believe in that situation, but just based off of the situation, I don't see him going to dodge, like, you know, trying to drag her to get the phone to call her mama.
I can see that. For me personally,
now,
whatever the reason,
it
don't make sense for you to be manhandling me. I don't care who the fuck I'm talking to.
But was he? That's what I'm saying. Like, I haven't seen the video, so I'm saying, was he manhandling or was he trying to grab her phone and she was holding on?
Both things are true.
Okay.
He was trying to get her phone. She was holding on, so he manhandled her.
Okay.
Baby was swaying in the wind, swaying in the wind.
Okay.
Like loose trees. But yeah, so I do believe that there was abuse. I do believe that she was mishandled. I do believe that situation should have ended and that she should have gotten out of it sooner. I'm not sure what the actual story is. Only they know, right? Because I'm sure if you put me on the stand next to my ex-husband, his story of what happened every time we had to knock each other between the washer and dryer would differ from mine.
Not knock each other between the washer and dryer.
Because in my head, I was defending myself every time. In his head, it didn't require all of that. Hey, I wasn't somebody who takes this very well or pushing me or anything like that very well.
Don't
that's
put your
a fight.
hands on me.
Yeah, that's a fight every time. So to him, it don't take all that. If I'm just in your face or if I just go like this, it don't require all that. No, this motion right here is enough for me to knock you in your shit. Because don't push me. So if you I was like, you put us on the stand, you might get two completely different stories.
Right, and
so
that was my point with talking about their story about the whole phone thing. You know, I don't know, would I feel some type of way?
I don't see her. Well, I guess Usher ain't necessarily known for being faithful. Never mind. I was about to say Usher got a girlfriend though, a long-term engagement or girlfriend or whatever. He engaged to that white girl.
Is she white? Because I think she brown. I think she got brown up in her.
I'm sure she got brown up in her. She with Usher, but that's a white girl. At least based on the pictures.
I think she might just be light. Like, don't call me white girl.
Oh.
I could be wrong. Shit, I don't know. Yeah, somebody do the research.
Yeah, somebody do the research. I thought Usher was with a white girl.
I think she did. Because when I first saw her, I thought she was white too. But then I looked at another picture. I'm like, is she white? Or she look a little urban, but I can't tell.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe she's Hispanic.
Perhaps. I don't know. Y'all do some
research.
Do some research. We got to see if Usher current. The point is he has one. He got a girlfriend.
Shout out to Usher. I went to go see Usher on Saturday.
Oh yeah, how was the show?
I was in the VIP too. Shout out to the husband. It was good. He's spectacular. It's the second time I've seen it. So it was birthdays. Yeah, he was skating. Yeah. So
I want to go see him. I want to take Jess for her birthday.
I think he doesn't have any more shows for the rest of the year, but yeah, it's definitely worth it if he comes again. Definitely go.
I love Usher. Shout out to Usher. I hope He wasn't hurt by Diddy. In real life, Brazil.
I think we know who he was. But
did he admit to it? He's one of the only people that admitted to it,
I saw
an
interview with him recently where he was kind of talking about, some things happening to him as a 14-year-old boy. But, who knows, child. I think the info is going to come out. And I think it's going to be, whew, man. And it may not come from Usher, but it may come from other people.
It made me rethink when Tupac was on the beat and he was like, fuck you didn't. What's he talking about? Like, we know he was talking about Diddy, but like the specific one, that was a real slur back then. It makes me like think back and be like, oh shit, nigga, did they see you doing some crazy shit first and you just wasn't powerful as powerful back then as you are now to where you had to make some other stuff happen. Yeah, you had to make some other stuff happen to make sure your information didn't get out there.
I just need Keefe D to tell the truth, the whole truth,
somebody
and nothing
tell
but
us
the
what
truth.
It is.
Keefe D gonna spill the tea, child.
Somebody tell us what it is.
The tea is going to be spilled.
All the people that we expected to come and tell it, like they only giving bits and pieces, except that bodyguard. That bodyguard is spilling tea, honey. He is spilling tea, and what is his? It's not Dean Martin. What is his name? James Dean.
I don't even know.
If you just Google P Diddy's bodyguard,
I just hope that he protect himself.
Yeah, or security guard talks. It will pull up all kind of stuff on YouTube because that man has been blab mouthing, talking about several different times that he's beaten up Cassie. Who else talked about it? Suge Knight just opened up and talked about it on his podcast. His podcast from jail.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
How this man got a whole podcast from jail. Suge, if you listening, can you syndicate here? Because I really want to.
We need
to
you
know
on
what's
here.
really going on. I'm gonna write him a letter. Matter of fact.
Yeah, Suge Knight uploaded and was talking about two different times. There's two videos that I saw. Where he was talking about two different times that he beat up, that Diddy beat up Cassie. Once he beat up just Cassie, and another time where he beat up Cassie and his assistant, who apparently was named Capricorn, because Capricorn was keeping some of Cassie's secrets from Diddy. So she got her ass whooped too for knowing that Cassie was dating somebody else and not telling Diddy about her whereabouts. I think it was Kid Cudi or something like that. She knew that Cassie had started seeing him.
Yeah, they had broken up though.
Yeah, they weren't even together no more. But he
talk about him blowing up Kid
Cudi
car.
Yeah. Kid Cudi confirmed quick as hell. He was like, all of this is true.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
like, you know what? I'm
imagine?
sending healing energy to everybody that was involved or may have been wronged or abused.
Dating somebody and her ex-boyfriend blows up your fucking car? Can you how she get married? That would be like, how did you manage to find somebody and run off and get married?
She must have had the tea. Like in order for her to get away from him, she had to have leverage. She had to have some sort of leverage in order to be okay. And I think they live in a farm in the middle of nowhere too. Like they literally he lived for real, lived on a farm or something.
Yeah,
he's handsome too.
He is.
Yeah, he fine.
Off the map. Good for you, Cassie. And now he fine and rich. Y'all fine and
well, I think he had a little bread. He ain't have $50 million worth of bread, but he might have had 2 or 3.
Yeah.
He had some bread.
Y'all well off now though.
Right.
Well off.
Right.
Because
that's got those 2 beautiful kids and all that. Man, that's a struggle. I don't even know. Diddy would have been gone, child.
Do you
if
hear
it was me?
Because I would have been singing like a fucking canary. What do you mean?
But even if I was under the influence and feeling like I was forced to do something, it's something going in his drink. Don't ask me to bring water.
Don't ask me for shit. Do you hear me? Don't have me prepare a single meal. Exactly. You can't trust a cracker.
I don't know how this arsenic got in there. I don't know what. I don't know.
His cracker was dusted with fentanyl. What do you mean?
What?
Oh my God.
That is crazy.
Tragic.
Man, I knew he was doing something, but I just didn't know.
I knew he had been acting erratic lately. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was putting his hands. I'm spilling the tea in.
Right.
He gone, child. Tea gone. I didn't even know.
Been acting real erratic lately. You see these scratches? He had been acting. Oh my God. He tried to get me.
Yes.
That's just so crazy to me. I feel like the industry. I want to look at all of the people in the face that watched it happen, like the people that Cassie is naming and saying that they were there.
But I'm telling you, it's the pick, your family being taken care of versus You know,
I know, but I still
it's saving
want
a
to see their
life.
faces. I just want to look them people in the face.
They go. They're gonna
when they
have
start
to come
name
forward.
dropping, because some of them, I'm sure they've all painted themselves as some of these just super great people. Not that they're not good people. It's just I want to look at y'all in the face.
Yeah.
Because Diddy tried to sue Terrence Howard, well, not Terrence Howard, tried to sue the makers of Empire, stating that they were basing Empire off of his real life. And when I looked at Empire, I was like, sir, that's a lot of dead people. Like you might not want to say that out loud.
A lot of dead people, a lot of rape, a
a lot of drugs,
manipulation.
Yeah, a lot of lies. I was like, sir, I don't think you want to. Shh. Just like, oh, I really like
Hush
this
it
show.
up, please.
That was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, they're basing it on my life. You probably shouldn't tell nobody else that, sir. Nobody else ever.
So real quick, did you hear Albie Shore's tea about how he's now saying that he thinks that Kim Porter's dying from foul play was not pneumonia? It was, he think
that she was off too. Yeah, him and Kimora Lee Simmons are supposed to be getting together. They both think that it was foul play and that she didn't just.
I think Kimora about to spill the tea on Russ too, though.
What's wrong with Russ?
You don't think that Russell Simmons has anything to do with this industry stuff too?
What did it?
What?
Girl,
this another show. It's another show, y'all.
What is Russell?
It is another show.
I need to research that. What does Russ have to do with
Diddy?
Diddy?
He has been accused of rape and stuff in the last couple of years.
I didn't know that, but that went away very quickly. I thought somebody. Yeah, I was like, I thought
it went
somebody
away.
accused
Where
him,
did
and it
it
was
go?
just like poof. Like that's not true.
It went away, but where did it go? They got that bread and bounced, just like Cassie.
Oh, I didn't know that shit was a settlement. I thought it literally was just like he was like, nah, and they were like, nah, and then they couldn't prove it, so it was like, nah. But it was a settlement?
This is going to be a part 3 and 4.
I knew we going to need a part 2 and part 3 because it's still unfolding, y'all. But I knew this was going to be a good subject, and I knew Eve was going to be perfect to bring on for it. Just to talk. I feel like we both got 2 different corners of good information. What did Russ do?
But I'm saying, I think it's
I did see that his daughter did accuse him of being really manipulative and a narcissist, and Kimora has been saying that for quite some time. And I did see that Kimora, somebody asked her, I don't remember, but it was an important interview, did she feel like she was groomed, or would she say she was groomed? And she said she used to quickly say no, but now, like in hindsight, as a grown woman and looking back, she does believe that there was grooming, involved for her or whatever. And I was like, ooh.
Now you got me looking at Kim Porter pictures to see if her nails is white. We got to know.
We all become investigators when shit like this start coming out. What? And I got to research.
Now she has some yellow nails on these. She might have been broken up though. It might have been her rebellious nails.
Facts. I don't know.
What are y'all
thinking, commenters?
I just wonder what his kids are thinking.
Me too.
Because his kids had to have seen some of this happen.
I agree.
Especially Quincy, who is Albie Shore's son. He had to have seen something.
Mm-hmm. And hear some crazy conversations. He also seems like he's the one that's the most protective over his little sisters and stuff too, though. Quincy.
I feel like maybe all 3 of them are.
You think all the brothers?
Yeah, I think they are. I mean, yeah, I feel like they all are.
When
he's
he
just
does
the oldest. He's just
when he does
oldest.
upload videos of his little sisters or whatnot, it seems like he's trying to be more of that brother.
But he's allegedly family. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
what
saying.
You mean allegedly family?
He. You know what? What time is it?
I know. We got a couple minutes.
5 minutes. Y'all in the comments, do y'all know what that means? That phrase?
What's allegedly
family? If I say, "Oh, they're family,"
that's
to
your
you,
cousin, your homeboy?
Oh my! Can I get your rainbow card back, please? Please, because it's not giving what it's supposed to give.
Well, that would make sense because we ain't never really seen him push up on nobody like that. He could just be private, but that would make sense. I can see it.
Yeah,
I could see him. Aww. I hope you get him a baby.
It took her about 3 days to get that child.
We don't call him that.
Now.
I just say gay.
I know. I'm trying to be.
But for those of y'all who think like me, now you know for future conversations that when E says family,
that is the universal logic quotes. Okay.
A little fluid.
Okay.
But okay. Oh, that one makes sense, though. He's a very handsome boy. Not that being handsome makes you fluid. I'm just saying. He's a handsome boy. I bet he's doing well in the booty brigade. If he is, I'm just saying, I bet he's pulling. He's handsome.
I don't think he have to. I think he good.
People make rumors like that all the time.
I don't think it's a rumor. It was when he
Michael B. too. Michael B. Jordan and Jordan. What was his name?
But that's
Majors. Jonathan Majors.
I just think that they're just affectionate men.
I agree.
But Quincy, what's his last name? Is his last name Combs? Or is it Shore?
It's not Shore.
I'm just kidding. That was a joke, guys. His Halloween costume. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But this was his Halloween costume. Does that give you family?
It does give family.
It does give family, see? So y'all can use the Googler and figure that out for yourself.
Okay.
Just Quincy Combs' Halloween costume. Mm-hmm. All right.
That's some commitment. He committed to that Halloween costume.
All the way, child. all the way.
He committed. Wow. Well, okay. What I'm trying to think of what do you think of the Will and Jada?
I've been reading Will, the book written by Will, and I just finished it, as a matter of fact. And Will was a egotistical, narcissistic, controlling partner. Man. And y'all got Jada all wrong. And I'm reading Jada book next.
Oh man!
And he spilled all the tea. And he talked about his. The thing is that he subtly talks about it. But after listening to it, I'm like, okay, that explains a lot of why his behaviors were. His behaviors and why Jada wants to be transparent about their relationship. But also, too, he talks about like all his exes in the book. And y'all mad at Jada for talking about Tupac. I'm like, if Tupac was my friend, I'm talking about this dude every day. I mean, I'm just saying. But so I'm going to be rereading that book next.
Any interesting takeaways from his book other than him being a narcissist asshole?
I think that it's a good book for men to read when they are learning how to understand femininity and to also understand like manhood. I think it's a good, because I think the book ended well with him learning like, oh, I shouldn't have been acting this way and I shouldn't have been this type of partner. And as a result of me being this type of partner, I ended up, separating from my wife and, so on and so forth. So it was a lot of revelations, I think, that he learned himself, and also doing, what is that with the shaman? What is it called? It's like a potion you take with a shaman, and then you get like this reveal of like certain things in your life. He said he did it for like 14. He did like 14 times to try to understand himself. So I think that he learned who he was, and I think that's when the slap happened, and then that's when Jada was like, oh, okay, I see you then, because they weren't together. So in him doing that, apparently now they're back together. They've been going to therapy and working it out.
She didn't expect him to slap him, but he
she didn't expect for him to
he had
in the book, he talks about how he's never been the man to stand up. And I think that he got, like, at that point, he was like, I can't do this. I can't not stand up for her. And probably in having his own revelation. It had nothing to do with Jada. It was his own revelation. And then, too, it was like a part of the book where he talked about how he planned this 40th birthday party for her. And he planned, it was like Mary J. Blige, and it was this movie documentary he did, and the party was just amazing. And afterwards, she was like, please cancel everything tomorrow because this is not what I wanted for my birthday. And he asked her what she wanted, and then he did all of this. And she was like, you did that party for you, not for me. And so, anyway, y'all got to read the book. Will.
Damn.
Yeah. And we do talk about it, though, on my show, which is called The Shady Ass Tea, on Tuesday, 6 p.m. So we're talking about it, the remaining chapters next Tuesday, and then we're going to talk about Jada's book. So,
yeah. Well, that's fun. And then you guys already know where to catch me right here every Thursday at 4 PST. You guys can also catch me at kingmecomedy.com for those of you interested in booking me for comedy. And catch me here at Jimmy Kimmel's most days during the week. I'm trying to think. Next week, Jess will be back. We'll probably be doing a continuation on industry and just as things are unfolding and how it's affecting us. But I hope you guys had a great week. We will see you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.